Yeah, so you can share with, I'm going to, I think, did I post in WhatsApp group? Not yet. Okay. So the full IT training is the first part, that is 20% of the full training, 20%. For anyone who doesn't have any IT background or who want to start IT career or something, you can start with IT Essential. It's not compulsory. You can start directly from CCNA, no problem. So this one we teach you the basics of IT. So it's 20% of the full training. Oh, sorry. So it's a 3-month course for beginners. You'll get 2 certificates at the graduation, the physical certificate. And the fee, this fee is just to prepare you for the big one. Because normally we should start directly from CCNA, but a lot of people, we don't have a background. So we start with this one. And then we do the real one. This is what companies we need. We need network engineers who can help them, support them, do a lot of things. Do cloud, we can. So from here, it's easy for them to train you on other IT field, like AI or cloud computing or security, cyber security. From here, you can do anything. But from here, it's fine. You have the good foundation, but don't stop here. Because it's the basics. Most of companies will need. That's why if you start here, salary plus minus 9,000, it depends on the company, how big and rich is that company. But the big guys are here, where you start with 20,000 trend. So please, that's why I encourage everyone to go for the CCNA, invest in your future. You'll get it back. So today is a great day because what is your course? I need to add some names because now we are doing introduction. Yeah, this one here.
Sir, my volume is very low. Is it only my phone?
Can anyone else hear me properly?
Yes, I can hear me.
So it's my
Yeah,
phone.
yeah. Please, maybe switch off on again and try to connect again and to see if it will work. We did chapter 1, introduction to network. We did chapter 2, basic switch and end device configurations. I'm still waiting for your assignment. Only 3 people sent. I'm busy marking. I finished one today. I'll finish phase 2 for Rachel and Gina tomorrow. By the way, well done, Bijou. She did extremely well. By my side, I'm trying to help you. I do anything I can. So you too, study and send me your stuff. We studied the protocol in chapter 3, the physical layer, number systems, yeah, you know now, data link layer, the switch, Ethernet switching, also the switch. Now we're going to deal with the router. Let me check if where can I go? I come here, I come where I come, you come. Not my normal profile. CCNA, CCNA2, CCNA1, and yeah. So anything we do, it's what people are doing in companies. Let me go down. We know we did that link layer. Which other? Okay. So we did the physical layer, anything related to the media, anything related to a cabling, we did that. Layer number 2, data link layer. anything related to the switch. We did that. Now we are starting the network layer. This is now the real networking that we start. We'll deal with the router. So the router is a device that knows the route. If you don't know where to go, you go to him, say, okay, use that direction. Go that way, you see. So this is a big boss in a company. Without a router, no internet. That's why even at home, we have Wi-Fi router from our ISPs. So if you go there, the router is a device. So if we meet again, I'm going to bring a router, Cisco router. We go to image. So we have many type of routers. These one are the old ones. These are the old ones. And we have also some newer ones. Okay, anyway. So these are some routers. We don't have many port. Why? Because we just connect to switches. So the day we meet, I'll bring a router. I'll bring I'll bring a router, and you need to log on and do some basic configs like the name, password, and all this stuff. So if you have your laptop and you want to connect to the router to do some basic configs, what type of cable are you going to use? If I bring a router and you have your laptop, and I say, okay, you students, for example, I say Bijou or Coco, this, you did bring your laptop, this is the router, connect to a router and do some basic configs. What are you going to do? The question is to everyone. And Gina, Audrey, the question is for everyone. You have your laptop, you have a router, and you want to do some basic configs in your router. What type of cable are you going to use? Yes, Tifu. Yeah, Tifu say console cable. Yes,
Yeah,
that's true.
Mr. Max, it will depend to what you want to do for you to connect.
No, I did say I want to do some basic config, so you know already.
Hello?
So if you have a laptop and you want to do some basic configs,
We will use the console cable.
very good. Use a console cable. So I'll bring a console cable. I'll give 2 minutes per student to log on. If your let's say 3 minutes. If your 3 minutes is over, then you quit. Someone else will sit and do. So please, that's why I say please practice with this packet tracer. If you know it, it's simple. So if you have a router and you have your laptop, and these questions, it's also job interview, just to test people. Because having a certificate is good. It's fine. Now, what do you know? We're going to test you. We see it. You bring your laptop, and Max brings the router, and Max says, okay, log on my router and do some basic configs. What are you going to say? Mr. Max, please, can you give me a console cable? I say, this guy or that lady, she knows IT. This is a console cable for you. You see, you grab your console cable, you connect to your PC. Nowadays, it's USB, I think. Yeah, that USB, and you connect to your router. On which port?
Gigahertz.
Who said so? So what's your name? What's your name? So who says Giga Ethernet?
It's okay. talking and
Audrey, how can you say Giga Ethernet? You're using a console cable and you want to connect to your router to do some basic config on which
I
port?
think to use the console cable
You have a console cable and you plug it on which port?
on console.
US
Yeah, on
USB
console.
Also,
console.
No. Guys, you want to make me cry now. We did that many times. Console to console. If you have a router to the console, if you have a switch, if you have a switch and you have a PC or a laptop and you want
Mr.
to do some
Moss,
basic config. Yes,
it's Bernard.
yes, Bernard.
I have a question, please.
Yeah.
Last night I was doing some like configuration in chapter 2, using the packet tracer. That exercise that said they give out like a figure of router S1, S2, and APC and two PC like this. So I connect the cable PC and root switch S1. But when I'm going to configure to configuration like a password, and they ask me to write config terminal, but when I'm writing that they tell me incorrect. I'm trying to use every single method, but I'm stuck there. I don't know what.
Okay, no problem. That's why I'm trying to make all my best for us to meet. For those who were at Scalabrini, I think 3 weeks ago, I did help them. So when we meet physically, I'll see, because if you don't do things properly, I will be helping you. So for students who log on a bit late, we say that I'm planning to find a place at Mowbray Community Hall. It's on Main Road, just after, I think, Woodstock or Salt River. Yeah, I think so. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, so if they confirm, they're going to send me the invoice. I did see, they say that we have some space. It's okay. For May, please try to help us with Saturday the 10th, the 17th, and the 31st, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. so that we can study properly. We can do some demo. I can help with to clear all your fear, all your mistakes, all your questions, everything. So no worries. Keep your stuff. At the end of the session, you can send me some screenshots. I can help you. But if really they approve, Saturday we'll be meeting these days, 1 p.m. Saturdays afternoon. No one is working. I hope you can come so that we can do some labs. So I'm waiting for the approval and invoice, and we can talk. It's not too much expensive. It's not too much expensive. I think okay. We'll see. So guys, if you have your laptop and you have a switch and you want to do some basic configs in real life, you use a console cable. Your console cable, you see this guy, you connect your PC, you connect to the switch where to a console port. I'll bring equipment and I'll see how you're going to. These are some basic questions we ask for a job interview, just to test your knowledge. Because if you tell someone, I know CCNA, I did CCNA, they have already respect for you. So this is a router. So in this router, there are many things that we're going to do. So let's check. Let me try to make it short and simple for you. So the router doesn't deal with MAC address. MAC address is for the switch. The router deals with IP addresses. So a IP address is like your South African ID or your passport, or it's something to identify you. Each device in networking, we have a ID, a IP address. So what are these type of IP addresses? I'm going to show you. So at CCNA3, when we study the basics of CCNA2, because we are still in CCNA1. When we go to CCNA2, we're going to study in a lot the switch and a lot the router, the technology. There, we're going to study what is the mechanism of a system that allows a router to know routes. We're going to start to talk about the dynamic routing protocols. So all this training is a higher level of IT. That's why it's very expensive elsewhere. 50 minimum. You don't pay out. There are many people who can pay. In fact, companies will pay for the student. That's why we also make it very expensive. They have bursaries, companies will pay off. Even if I was with Dimension Data when I was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, they pay for 4 guys, 200,000 trend. They never came. They came once. Hi, Mr. Max, are you well? Are you fine? Bye. You see. So it's very good. You can work dimension data, any. So a router, to know a route. So a router is what? I'm going to make it simple for you here. Home, no, insert, and table. Yeah. So let me make it. Oh, no, not the router. Let me put it here. Sorry, guys. I want to make it very simple for you. It's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. The only thing is you must understand the basics. If you understand the basics, anything else will be fine. Yeah. So here, we call it routing table. Routing table. Like MAC address table for the switch. Routing table is what? Is just insert table like that. You want to go to Durban, use N2 for example. You see, you want to go to Pretoria, use, let's say, N1 for example. You want to go to where, I don't know, to Klerksdorp or what I don't know, let's say where, Bloemfontein for example, use, let's say, N3. That's all for the router. Is a guy who's going to guide you when who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? When you have your design, you have your design that is here, and your piece is here. So in a company, we only see the PC, they just sit, power off, power on the stuff and start working. But for us network engineer, we know that all these devices and devices, at the back, we have network cables that are linked to a switch that is hidden somewhere. We do the cabling. We make sure each device is connected to the switch. Now, we also make sure that the switch is connected to a router. And that router will allow us to go to the internet via our ISP. What is this guy? You see. So here is, let's say, internet. Internet, you see. So when this PC will send data to the internet, your data will come to a switch. The switch will send to the router. When the router will receive your packet, it's going to check the IP address. Where do you want to go? And you say, okay, you know what? I want to go to Durban. You say, okay. If you want to go to Durban, use N2. So this guy, the router, he's just there to direct people, direct packet. Where do you want to go? According to his lists. The router has a list. If he doesn't know, he says, sorry, I don't know where to send to you. I'm going to send you to the administration building, or I'm going to send you to the information desk. So there they know more than me. They'll help you there. So if you open a router, inside we have a list of networks or a list of routes. Nothing else. Now, the question is how this router know that to go to Durban must use N2. We have two ways. You can add manually. You as a network engineer, you say, okay, if someone want to go to Durban, he must use N2. If someone want to go to Pretoria, he must use N2. So this one you add manually to have a long list of, you see, what's that? Sorry, guys. I'm going to bring it down here. This guy is going to, okay. Anyway, to have a long list of this copy V, a long list. So you can add manually yourself. We call it a static route. This one will do CCNA2. These networks can also be automatically added via some programs. So the router can dynamically add the route via a system called dynamic routing protocols. Guys, anything I'm teaching you here, it's exactly what we do in companies. I've been in IT for 21 years now. I've been working for telecom, for ISPs, for normal. I've been teaching. It's very important. Please take it seriously. Job interview, they can ask you, what are the ways a router can learn a route? So you can learn manually, we call it static route, or dynamically via dynamic routing protocol. If you say so, the guy who's interviewing you say, this guy knows something. You see. So we're going to study that a bit later. So for now, it's just an introduction. The router will deal with the IP addresses. If I go back to chapter, CCNA1 is here. We did Ethernet switching and data link. Okay, let me check again data link. For me, my thing is I want you to understand. Not only we have a book, page 1, page 2. No. I want you to understand. If you understand the basics, anything else will follow. So what a router is, it's a device that will allow packets to use a route to reach a destination. Nothing else. So I'm going to show you something. So we see here, this one. When this one want to send something or want to go to the internet, when you press enter or something, the packet will start going via the switch and reach the router. So each packet, as I said, has two parts. Layer 2, the MAC address that the switch will use to forward your data according to the MAC address table. Then it will continue to the router. When this packet will reach the router will focus on layer 3, the network layer. Layer 2, it's source MAC address. Where do you come from? Destination MAC address. Layer 3 is source IP address. Where do you come from? And where do you want to go? Destination. And it's going to focus on this one. Where do you want to go? And according to what you have, it will say, okay, I know where you want to go. Use that route. Use N1 or use N2 or N3. So let me open your stuff, PowerPoint. Today is network layer. I'll try to make it very simple and short for you. Network layer. So now we are at layer 3. We did layer 1, physical layer, anything related to the media, the cables. Layer 2, data link, anything related to the switch. Now layer 3, the network layer, anything related to the router. So you can read this one. You can see this one and we continue. You can stop me anytime if you have questions. So here we're going to deal with two things very important. ID numbers. So a PC, any device in the network need a ID. That ID is called IP, IPv4 or IPv6. One second. There is one who want to. Patient, are you connected? Patient is not connected. Send me your email. So even if I send the link in WhatsApp, you can copy it and send it yourself in your Gmail or. I'm checking my WhatsApp. Some people cannot connect. Why? Yeah. So here we're going to study two types of identification or IP addresses.
Sorry, Mr. Max, I have a question.
Yes.
On this chapter 8 that we are busy now,
Yeah.
can we also use a MAC address?
Who can help Gina? Gina is asking something very important.
I don't understand the question.
Gina, can you please ask again your question?
Okay, my question is on chapter 8, are we allowed also to use a MAC address? That is my question.
Yeah, who can help Gina? No one. So I want to ask you a question. At layer 1, what do you do at layer 1? We deal with media, anything related to a cable. What do you deal with? So guys, let me allow someone in. Let me bring here this, no. Okay, I said the switch deals with MAC address only. It doesn't deal with anything else. The router deals with layer 3, the IP address only. So if, for example, you want to study engineering, you go to engineering studies. You don't go to medical science. If you want to study medical science, you go to medical science studies department. So the router deals with switch only. So now we are at layer 3. We are with the router and we do IP only. Remember that. So you see here, we deal with IP. We don't deal with MAC address. MAC address is layer 2. We finished that at layer 2. Now we go to another layer, layer 3. It's only IPs, no MAC address here. These IPs, let's go. I want to make it very simple for you. There are a lot of readings around, but I want to give you what is the most important. IPv4 packet. The IP packet is IP address is what? It like a ID for a device. It's just to identify a device. So a PC has an IP. If I come here, this PC will have an IP or an ID 192.168.10.2. This is the IP address or its ID. This PC also will get 192.168.20.1.3, for example. So any device on the network need an IP address plus a MAC address. The MAC address will be used by the switch to forward. When it reaches the router, we'll need the IP address. I want to make it very simple for you guys. There are a lot of readings. Okay, a IP. If you open someone's passport, you'll see a lot of things inside your picture, your name, what. The same thing for IPv4. If you open, you'll see the version. You'll see the version, the length. Okay, this one we don't. I'll give you something very, very important. It's what I'm trying to. So IPv4 is almost finished. So that's why we created IPv6. It's much longer and it's more. And you have some videos in your NetAcad. There is something called default gateway. job interview. I've been involved in a lot of job interview. That's why all the time I say job interviews. That's why I want you to understand. Job interview, we just want to know if you really you understand. We got some interns, BTech IT. We came for internship knowing nothing, only theory. So CCN is more practical, more technical, and you're ready for the job. So all these PCs and switches here, all these guys, they are connected to this port on the router. I'm going to zoom in. See, these three guys, these three PCs and the switch, they are connected to this interface of the router. I'm going to go to option, preference, show, always show port label. You see, all these guys, we are connected to G000 on the router. We say G000 is the default gateway. It's the door that will allow you to go to other networks, to go to the outside. You are in your country here, you want to go to another country, you go via the airport. That airport is called default gateway. So from the airport, you can leave your country to go to another country, for example. So job interview, this in the network, what is the definition of default gateway? The default gateway is just the interface in the network where that network is connected to. So all here is a network, everything here, you see, and is connected to G000. And we say G000 is the default gateway of this network. You see, so it's something that you should know. Default gateway. So here, for example, you see PC1, PC2, and we switch. What is the default gateway? You see that interface of a router, because all this is connected to that interface. So if you want to go out of their network, their office, they need to go out via this point. We call it the default gateway. Sometimes we say DGW, default gateway. I try to make things very simple for you. Anyway, we're going to do that many times. So static route that I was explaining, we add manually. This is the config to add manually. No worries for now, just understand the concept. At a later stage, we'll do some labs. We'll teach you step by step how to configure. In a router, we can also know different routes automatically via dynamic routing protocols. We'll check that later also. So if you're in a router and you want to view the route of the routing table, you tap show IP route. We have a lot of labs. So for now, it's just to let you know that something is coming. If you go in your router and you want to view the table, you tap show IP route. Then it's going to list a lot of routes or a lot of networks. Each network will get identified with a code. You see, if you see L, it means local. It means it's the value of that interface, the IP address of that interface. If you see C, it means that network is directly connected to an interface. If you see S, it means that route has been manually added. You, the network engineer, you made the config so that the router knows about that. So each network or each route will have a code in front. For example, if I take this one, O, I see this network, the router knows if someone wants to go there, say, I know where you want to go, use that way. With this O, what O means? You go to your code and see O means OSPF. OSPF, it means it's automatically added via a routing protocol. We're going to study that later. So we go step by step. For automatically adding route in a router, we're going to study this one, routing protocols. So there's one, they will automatically share to say, Bijou, do you know how to go to Hong Kong? No, okay, give it. So this is it. Therefore will come, Bijou, do you know how to, this is it. So you see, so automatically she's learning. People are sharing and she's going to update her list. We'll see that we have two groups. One group called exterior gateway protocols. This one is used by ISPs, internet service providers. Telcom, Vodacom, Rain, we use that. In a company, we use interior gateway protocol. We'll do that later. I'm just letting you know. And in interior gateway protocol, we're going to use, you see, the most used is OSPF. So OSPF is a system that will automatically send new route to a router. You see. So we have time to study that. Remember this one that I sent to you. It become the CCNA. It become network engineer or IT technician advanced or network administrator. You're going to administrate the network. So you must understand what's happening. Or tier 2 support specialist. When these guys with A+, N+, or IT essentials, we are struggling, we say, hey, CCNA guys, can you please help me? I'm struggling with something. You're tier 2. You have more knowledge of networking, network support. Anything in companies nowadays is about networking. It will be basics. And from there, you add cybersecurity, cloud computing, artificial intelligence. But if you're here only, you can't because your knowledge is limited. It's not limited, but it's not enough. You must add more. You see. That's why we pay people a lot of money. So you see, even now, normally I finish 4:30, but I have some guys, they have some issues at 6 p.m. So managers will come and help them for a meeting. And yeah. You see, hi Max, sorry to bag. Can I ask, this one is what? How almost 5:30. Me, I'm done, I'm at home. But you are still contacting me. Hi Max, sorry to bag. Can I ask for assistance? We have okay, big manager somewhere. And South Africa, hydrography, I think something. Boardroom, and we can't access the internet via guest PC. It's my understanding, blah, 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 you see. So if you know the network, you know how to manage, how to help people at any time, you see. And at the end, we say, oh, I did ask them to remove a cable. Yeah. You see, did you remove a network cable if you connected it to a laptop? So if you want to use Wi-Fi, but they connect the network cable. So the PC doesn't know where to go now, wireless or wired. So he's stuck. So I asked him remove one so that you can use the Wi-Fi only. Then he said, thanks, Max. It was the the cable. When we remove the cable, automatically all sorted. So if you understand networks, you can help anyone easily. That's why with CCNA is there to become network professional, not you see. That's why it's expensive, this course. So when you have a network, today is just the introduction. We didn't start yet. So we go step by step. So every network will tell the router where I come from, how I land it in your table via OSPF. How I did landed C. If you see C, it means I'm directly connected to you. I'm your neighbor. Then it will be C. Okay. So all this stuff we're going to study step by step. So please check this small code here and we continue. In next 5 minutes we are done. No worries. So we're going to repeat this one many times. Many times. So today it's just to let you know that this is something that we'll be doing soon. And that's all for this chapter 8. But there is something else I want to show you as a network engineer. The next chapter is what? ARP, no, basic router configuration, IPv4, IPv6. Okay, the other one is, okay. I wanted to show you something quickly. So I'm bringing you my experience. So not only page 1, page 2, page 3, but anything you should know as a network engineer. Okay, these are some routers. So these guys, I have 2 of them that we'll be using when we meet. So when you have a router, also a router is like a PC. It has a RAM, NVRAM, flash, and what. It's like a PC. And there is something I wanted to show you. Yeah, we study the day I bring a router, we're going to study the port. What is what? What is a console port? What is a gig port? This slot is for what? It's for serial connection. If you want to connect a router to a router, we use a serial cable. For example, if you go in your packet tracer here, I have a router here, and I'm going to bring you another router, and we ask you to connect these two. We use, you see here, serial. So you click on it. So also job interview, we can ask you, I want to connect 2 routers. What type of cable I can use? Serial cable. You click on here. So if you use a serial cable, you must connect to a serial port. Here I have USB port, auxiliary port for modem and console. Where is my serial port? I don't have. So you see, on this picture, that thing in yellow, the plus, you see here, you can remove, you buy a slot and you plug in. Your manager can say, okay, patient, we're going to get a new office, and that office need a router. I want you to connect these 2 routers. Make it happen. And done. So for you, you say, okay, I need to remove this empty space. I need to buy a slot, a memory to plug in. Let me explain to you. So if I click, I need a serial port, there is none. Then you click on your router. And let me click somewhere, it's fine. Let me click here. You open your router. You see, this is like, you can zoom in. You see all these black boxes, it's empty. Normally, it's not empty, but it's covered by these, it's covered. You can unscrew, remove, and put some slot there. Yeah, so here is more clean. So you see this one, you can remove by an extension stuff and you plug in. Let's do that on Packet Tracer. So it's empty here, and you need a serial port. So down, you see here, you have some module that you can buy. If I click on one, there is a picture and the name. If I click down here, I go here, I should see some pictures. See this one, for example. If I need to connect my router to more switches, I can buy this one and plug. Me, I want serial port. You drag and drop. Cannot add a module when the power is on. Oh, let me connect my power also. One second.
Mr. Max, sorry, I have a question.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Max.
Okay, before you ask a question, let me finish what I'm saying. So you cannot add a new part on a router if the power is on. So you must power, you see here it's green, light green. So you must power off first. You see now it's off. Then you can bring something in. You see. When it's in, you power on again. I close it. I go to my router. If I want to use a serial cable, if I plug, you see now I have a serial port that I can use. I click on it, I go to the other router. Here, I don't see any serial port. So I need to do the same thing, you see. So you click on your router. We have time to do that many times, especially when we meet physically. I'll do a zoom in. I power off first. I bring my module in. I power on. I close. Now I take my serial cable, click on my router, serial port. I go down, serial port, and bingo. This is how we interconnect two routers with a serial cable. I'll bring you a serial cable. I'll show you a serial port so that. Yeah. Yes, Gina, what's your question?
Sorry, Mr. Max. My
Yes.
question is not a RG45 that we can connect it by the routers. If I'm wrong, I don't know.
You can use that, but this one we use if you want to do, you are in a classroom, you just want to do a demo. But in real life, to interconnect two routers, we use a serial cable. Let me
Okay.
show you. Yeah, let me show you an example of Cisco router serial cable. Yeah, so this is an example of serial cable. It's different from the RG45, you see. So this serial cable, they go to a serial port. Cisco router serial port. So you see, image. So what is that thing? This guy, it's what in my packet tracer. When I zoom in, you see this guy down here. So that thing is called a module, a serial module. If you have some two port, so that guy normally in real life it's this guy. So you can see the screw, very big screw. If I open, so you can unscrew, you remove, it will be empty. You buy it and you plug inside there, you see, to get something like, okay, here you see, you have this one, you remove it, you buy that module and you put it in to get serial port. So you buy this module to get serial port, and to use them, you use this serial cable. What is it? Not serial cable. Yeah, that's serial cable. So serial cable go to serial port, and we use it mostly to connect two routers in real life. And for us to play at, to do our lab, you can use normal cable, normal RG45 or Ethernet cable, it's fine. But in real life, you use serial. Okay,
Mr. Meg,
yes, question?
yeah, yeah, I get you what you're saying, because I'm using I'm checking on my router, and this one that you are showing us, I think this is the old one that you are showing us,
No,
the
no, no,
biggest one.
no, no. There is a difference between a Wi-Fi router at home. This one is a Wi-Fi router. It's designed for a home router. It's not an enterprise router, a company router. It's totally different. Our small thing we have in our room, in our place to have Wi-Fi is, it's something designed for Wi-Fi only. It's totally different from the real one. If I see Wi-Fi
Oh,
router, you see, these things, no, it's totally different.
okay.
Any
Thank you,
other,
Mr. Next.
okay, you're welcome. Thank you very much. Any other questions? Guys, ask questions. Your question can help. So I think normally that's all for today. Next time I'm trying to check. Okay, this one now you know the port. Okay, this one is something else that we'll do later. That's the IP addresses. Okay, I'll try to find it for you. This one is chapter 10. What are the different type of IP addresses? How it works? So normally, guys, from now on, please, if you can attend the session, try to attend, because now you're starting with serious things in networking. Chapter 1, introduction. Chapter 2, a bit of switch. We did the physical layer, the talent layer. Now the real thing is network layer. You see, after that, we're going to do some router configurations. We'll do with packet tracer, and I'll bring equipment. You must do the same thing. So please don't mess up, study, and We'll start the different type of IPv4 we have, different type of IPv6. Yeah. So it's a very nice course. Huh? It's a very nice. The only thing is you must commit yourself minimum 2 hours per day. If you do that, you're fine. If you don't do, it's where you're going to have a lot of problems. Any questions? But anytime if you study, you're stuck somewhere, you're free to contact me or to to post your question in the WhatsApp group, and we'll be helping each other. So next week, I'm waiting for approval for this guy from Mowbray Community Hall. If they accept, then we'll be meeting Saturdays. In May, we'll meet 3 times, Saturday the 10th, 17th, and 31st. Yeah, they'll send us the invoice. I think it's less than 2,000 rand. So if you have 20, we share. For these 3 Saturdays, if everyone pays something back, it will be fine.
Mr. Mexori, I want to know if you get a place, are we going to contribute for that also?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So let's say, for example, so normally, according to the email they sent to me for now, that lady, recreation booking, you see, Mowbray 1017. I did send all my documentation, ID and what. And yeah, they say what? For IT workshop, I think it's less than, yeah, they say it's 163 per hour and deposits almost 3,000. So if we do this 1 times, and we can book a minimum 3 hours per day. So if I go with my calculator and I say 3 hours per day, 3 hours, and we have 3 days, 3 Saturdays, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 163, it will be this plus the deposit, let's say 300. So this is what we need to pay to book for these 3 Saturdays. 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. That will help us a lot to understand and to do a lot of stuff. So let's say we are 20 coming, divided by 20, everyone will pay 88 rand for these 3 Saturdays. So once-off payment, and the 3 Saturdays we are free to move in. Yeah. So I'm waiting for them. If they send the invoice, it means we approved. Then we'll discuss between ourselves. Because Calabrian, we are very, very busy. We are very, very busy. If we don't meet, it will be a bit. So I called them today because I was busy checking and say, okay, let me try something that is close to town. And yeah. Any other questions? So the more we are coming, for example, let's say we are 22, it will be that's 17 divided by, so let's say we are 25, we'll be only 68. If you are 10, if you are 10 only, divided by 10, then we'll pay 170 each. Once off, and we come that 3 Saturdays, 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. That will help us. Why we need to do that? Because chapter 11 and 12, there is something called subnetting. It's very, very important that I need to be physically with you to teach. I'm going to teach you a theory, but we have exercises, some tests. You see here, for example, job interview. Okay, this is an IP address, and I need 5 subnets. Show me how are you going to do. We have some guidance. In which network that IP belongs to, and from the network find the first valid host, last valid host, and the broadcast address. So I'll do a lot of demo online, but I'm sure some people will be struggling, so I need to be there too. It's not difficult, but because it's new, it seems strange. But the more you do, the more you understand. Cisco is about the more you do, nothing else, I'm telling you. The more you practice, the more you do. So when we reach that stage, really, we need to meet. Even if it's one or twice, it's fine, but we need to meet. IPv6 also, we need to meet. So CCNA1 is the most difficult of the CCNA because it's new. But after that, anything else is easier. So when you say you're a network engineer, you should know all these things. And that's why they pay you a lot of money. Some people they get paid 50,000 trend. Like one of my students I met 10 years. So I taught him 10 years ago, working for a company, minimum 50,000 trend. 50. He's a young guy. So when you have CCNA, it depends on the company, how rich, how big the company. And if you know your stuff, you get very, very well paid. Any other questions before we end the session for today? If there is no questions, then we'll be meeting again on Thursday. Our Thursday is a public holiday. So do you want us to have a session on Thursday or no? Or maybe Friday?
On Friday, Mr. Max.
Friday, huh? Okay.
Thursday
Yeah.
is fine. I'm also
On
free on
Friday.
Thursday.
So who says Thursday? Tefo says Thursday. Eugene. Mireille, do you have a function somewhere? Do you want to enjoy?
Not a function, but
Mr. Mark,
I meet church on Tuesday every time, so I wanted to be there for. But it's fine. It's not a problem. It's fine, Mr. Max.
Yeah, Thursday at 6 p.m. Because
Okay.
no one is working.
I'm
So
working, so
are you working?
I usually work from Wednesday to Sunday, so that is my schedule.
Yeah, the thing is with the training, it's difficult to accommodate everyone.
Yeah.
So it's difficult. So I don't know. Those who can attend Thursday, please attend. I'll make some recordings. People who couldn't attend, we can watch. And the following week on Tuesday, I'll make a quick summary of what we did on Thursday for those who couldn't attend. But it's very important for us to progress. If not, it won't. So on Thursday, we'll do basic router configurations. It's exactly like the switch. Basic router configuration. I'll explain a bit ARP. What is ARP? 5 minutes, you know. But we'll do, we'll do this too. And the following week on Tuesday, I'll do a quick revisions for those who couldn't attend. Then we start introduction to IPv4. We are almost done. Normally in 2 weeks time, we are done with, let's say 3 weeks time. Yeah, we are done with CCNA1. Then we'll do our exam. The first exam is end of course survey. There is no packet tracer exam, even if you should do, but I'm canceling. we all do a quiz. You all do a quiz. When we are done, then we can start CCNA2. At CCNA2, we study a lot now, switching technologies, routing technologies, and wireless. We also have 16 chapters or 70 chapters. When we are done, it's also 2 months. We do the last part. It's now enterprise networking. Enterprise networking will do some security and automation. So step by step, no rush, but please study minimum 2 hours per day. Thank you very much, dear network engineers. I wish you a very good evening, and we'll meet again on Thursday.
Thank you, Mr. Max.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.